How to make a t-shirt into a V-neck bro tank. First, we're going to cut the sleeves off the shirt. This is optional if you want to keep the sleeves on for a t-shirt that's V-neck. We're going to cut the sleeves off at the seam and make sure that we start to cut square and then angle outwards so it's not jagged. We're going to cut the sleeves off right at the shoulder, not too deep. Now we're going to cut the back of the collar off. Start by making a hole in the cloth right at the seam. We're going to cut close to the seam. If we need to cut deeper later, we will. We're just going to cut the collar right through the collar, and that will allow us to get in easier. Now we're going to cut the back off of the shirt. Here I actually make a second hole, meet the cut in the middle. It doesn't matter how you do it, just do it neat. Now we're going to fold the shirt sideways. To fold the shirt, grab it in the middle like this and fold it so that the middle of the shirt is on the outside fold and the shoulder seams are on the middle of the shirt, like this. Now line up the shoulder seams. This will ensure that the V, the bottom of the V, is in the exact middle of the front of the shirt. That way it won't be too far to the left or too far to the right. Cut into it at a 90-degree angle from the fold and cut in about 1 inch. It's going to be more of a U than a V because a straight V would not be strong. Now angle, don't go sharp, just angle gradually to the angle of a V and then cut straight up. Here we're cutting through both layers at once. I made a pretty good job lining the shirt up, but not perfect. Here I hit the seam on the back one. I'm just going to cut one side and just cut the other. It's probably better to cut one side at a time if you're not sure what the back is doing, rather than cut too deep. Now we've cut a V. I'm going to spread it out and look at it. It's more of a U than a V, but more of a V than a collar. But that's okay because the cloth's going to curl. Here we're stretching the cloth. Stretch it firmly, but not too hard. You don't want to rip it, but you do want it to curl. Look, it just armholes just got a lot deeper. The neck just got a lot deeper. We're going to cut a little bit more. We're not going to cut that way. If we cut a sharp V, it's going to rip right down. We're going to cut back the seam, the sleeves a little bit back from where the seam was. Now here we have the cut off shirt. We cut about 1 inch off the top of the sleeves, about a 1/2 inch off the sleeves, and an extra 1/2 inch off the seam. We cut the V-neck about 1/4 inch deeper, and that 1/4 inch, just like we showed in the video, actually made the whole thing about 1 inch deeper.